Hi everyone. Today is our highlight. We're doing a highlight of our partners is Bert Batac from BMWare Software Development. Hi
Hi
Bert.
everyone. Hi Jenny.
Is there anything? What are probably the top tips that you can give to our audience in terms of like choosing a software developer?
Well, in any service that you want to get or product for that instance, or in any, not just like software,
Yeah.
you have to be, like I said, in choosing a provider, you have to find your
Mm.
best match for
Yes.
your operations, and of
Mm.
course, come up with a real criteria in terms of
Mm.
choosing a provider, not just the cost,
Mm.
but someone that would be able to give you your TCOs. Another is
Mm.
one thing that they could actually do is have several suppliers pitch at their price and then just compare. But
Yep.
yeah, usually you should compare it by your criteria. One criteria that you could
Yep.
actually, aside from the cost, would be the history
Mm.
and the
Mm-hmm.
delivery and the support, the after sales.
Mm.
For us, we
Mm.
particularly uh, put focus on after sales because usually that's what
Yep.
I've heard ever since that we started the business was that's why
Mm.
we changed they had difficulty in after sales, like
Mm.
not
Yep.
responsive, or sometimes they cannot
Yes.
contact the person. Of course,
Yep.
not at these days because we have
Mm.
coronavirus, so
Yeah.
really
Okay.
ask any person today for
But
service.
we can still online,
Yes,
correct?
yeah,
We can
like
actually
for us.
still
Yeah, of course,
contact
we actually do
online. I
support
mean,
online. We do installations online
mm,
still as we go through,
yes.
but all of
Yes.
them are all home based.
Yep.
That's one good thing about the
Yes.
IT side.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have just a quick question before moving on to your next tip. In terms of like the after sales support, how will you, since it's part of your criteria, um, is there any way actually gauge a supplier in terms of their after sales support? Are there any questions that, when you ask them could probably give you an idea
If
on,
okay,
yeah.
specifically for after sales, you just well you have to be sure that your provider is telling you the truth. uh, it's good to be
Exactly.
straight.
It's just because
Yeah,
you don't know.
it's good to be straight. Like some if when I was still starting, when they asked me,
Mm,
how about after sales? I could do your support when the time that you call. So basically, uh,
yep.
some providers actually push it too hard that it's not believable.
Mm,
As long as they have these
mm,
certain criteria na, after sales, if you send something to us, if we actually handle this kind of support requests or tickets as they call them,
mm,
for this kind of level of
mm,
tickets, we could for
mm.
minor ones we could do them within 2 to 3 hours. For major ones, we could have a 24
Yep.
hour turnaround time. uh,
Yep.
those are the things that you should be looking for. Not just like, oh, we could do that, or yeah,
Yep.
we could answer you immediately. There should be
Mm,
specific dates or times that your provider should be able to tell you what kind of support you will receive, when you will receive it,
yep.
and what is the
Mm.
turnaround time. That's very
Yeah,
important.
I guess if they can actually communicate that, then you know that they actually have a process.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. Okay, next tip.
Of course, you have to ask or seek assistance as early as possible,
Mm,
for the purpose of being able to preempt some issues that you may encounter in the future. So
mm-hmm.
basically, for uh, choosing a provider, if there are other business friends that you have, uh,
Yep.
ask for assistance in terms of recommendations. One thing that
Mm,
I'm really sure of is, because uh, we've been running our business all these 10 years, we
mm,
just go on referral. We don't go on
mm.
hard selling.
Yep.
Like, yeah, most of 90% or almost
Mm,
95% of our sales for this last 10 years were all on referrals. It was through the network.
Yes. Yep.
So that's what I'm telling you when you actually ask for assistance, because it's
Mm.
good to have a provider that has already been tested. Okay.
Yeah.
It's very hard to gamble when you have a very big business and then you try
Mm.
to seek, you go cheap, you go at this point and you just try to, let's try it. It's just kind of just
Yeah.
wasting your money. So
Yes.
one tip is also seek for assistance from others or those
Mm.
who have already that kind of solution, so you could actually
Yes.
get the best provider for your for the services.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
What el-
Next,
what
okay.
else?
Next one would be, please be open on your budget. Yeah, it's. I
Yes.
mean, for me, honestly, when I started, it's really hard to ask a client about their budget in terms of. But now, what I do
Yes.
is actually really ask for their budget,
Mm-hmm.
so we have an
Yes.
idea if it's really feasible for them or not. For
Mm.
me, if the budget of the client is not inclined, or if it's too small, or let's say
Mm.
because it's already part of our consultancy. Now, we'll
Yeah.
say to you directly how much do you spend on this, and then
Mm.
if your budget is for your solutions is this, you have to
Mm.
be able to set your budget in terms of the TCO, or your total cost of ownership. What do you expect coming out from
Mm.
that deal? It's not just,
Yes.
oh, I want this, I want it at this price, and that's it, automate it.
Mm.
It's not that as
Yeah.
simple. So
Yep.
you have to be open in terms of the budget if you
Mm-hmm.
want to have a good solution, because the good solution would actually be
Yeah.
providing you a support in
Mm.
terms of while you're using the software. So I
Yep.
think that's one
Yep.
thing, of course, including of course being having it matched to the provider, and yeah, having your criteria
Mm.
in terms of selecting a
Yep.
provider for that. Just be open.
Yeah.